The most important factor in understanding the function is to identify the geometric graph of the function. A simple dictionary definition of a function is the interaction relationship between any set. The first function to look at is the primary function. The primary function is in the form of straight lines. The slope is determined by the coefficient of x, and the position of the graph is determined by the constant term. The quadratic function is convex down if the coefficient of x squared is positive, and convex up if negative. The width is determined by a coefficient of x squared, and the larger the coefficient, the narrower the width. There are three main forms of the tertiary function. Increment decrease. There are increasing functions, increasing functions, increasing increment increasing functions. Increase decrease. Increase function has dipolar values. The equation of the circle is determined by the size of the diameter by the constant term. The coordinates of all points are at the same distance from the center of the circle, and all tangents are perpendicular to the radius. If XA is substituted for XA, then the x-axis is parallel to the x-axis as much as A, and if YB is substituted for the y-axis, the XA is parallel to the y-axis. The exponential function passes and increases if the base is greater than 1, decreases if the base is less than 1 and greater than 0. Definitions are a set of all real and deficiencies are a set of positive whole actual numbers. The asymptote is the x-axis, and if xa is substituted for xa, the asymptote becomes a value. The log function increases if it passes and the base is greater than 1, and decreases if the base is less than 1 and greater than 0. The log function is the inverse of the exponential function, and the exponential function and the log function are symmetrical to y(x). Definitions are a whole set of positive actual numbers, and deficiencies are a whole set of actual numbers. The asymptote of the base type is the y-axis, and if xa is substituted instead of xa, the asymptote becomes xa is the base of the exponential and logarithmic functions is negative. The high school course is not covered. The constant function consists of only the constant term and has a straight form parallel to the x-axis, only in the direction of the y-axis. The trigonometric function is the periodic function. The sine function is the home point symmetry and matches the cosine function if it operates as parallel as half of the cycle. The defined station of the sine function is a set of all actual numbers and the dimension is determined by the coefficient and constant term of the trigonometric function. The cycle of the cosine function is 2 pi, as of the sine function. The period of the sine function in the cycle of the cosine function is 2 pi, which is changed by the coefficient of x, and the greater the value, the shorter the period. Unlike the sine function, the cosine function is a y-axis symmetry. The tangent function has a period of 1 pi and is the origin symmetry. The viscosity line present in the tangent function also appears in a 1 pi cycle. Definitions are all real except for the asymptote, and deficiencies are a whole set of actual numbers.